What's up, guys? Day 288 of my 365-day adventure, and today I'm talking about stay plugged in. I see so many different people doing different things. I salute you. I respect that. I see you. Different things that people are doing is they are promoting black businesses. They're out and they're cleaning up. I see friends that are protesting. I see friends that are educating people and making sure that people see the real news, and they're reposting and keeping that information in the forefront, because it's so important that we're not being blinded by just what's being fed by paid media. I see people doing so many different things. I am a certified life coach. I'm here to support anyone on that mental, emotional, spiritual space. I got you. If you are stuck, feel free to reach out. There's just so many things that we can do, and I really encourage you guys to stay plugged in a way that works for you. Okay, because I think that also our mental health is super important. If you need to, be in a sense behind your phone and doing things through that, or you're a person that's making calls and you feel like you can't go out and be out in the world making an impact in this situation, that's okay. Like, you need to follow what feels good to you and what is your truest calling, because we're all going to have a different path here, guys, and you need to make sure you're honoring your own mental health and your spiritual health, because there's so much collective consciousness and emotion that's out there in the world. Maybe I'll even come on here and talk about like different ways that you can protect your energy and kind of stay grounded. But stay plugged in. I think what's really important here, it's the same thing that I was kind of saying before on keep the conversations alive. But plug in with your heart. And if you can really do that, you can let go and trust that what you're doing is helpful and it is working and it is of the higher good, because we can see so much stuff and you start to feel helpless, but that is not the truth. Every step that we take, there is a win. And even if it's you having to take a moment for yourself to make sure that you're good internally, because you can't help the rest of the world if you're not also helping yourself. Okay, so this actually is a lot about you being able to take care of yourself, because it's a lot, it's heavy out there. But we got this. we do, and it's because we have each other. So plug in ways that you can. Some people are donating. Again, there's so many ways. So just have that conversation. Go within. Again, I love to offer to pray about it, ask for guidance. Maybe you have a mentor you can ask for guidance from as well, if like prayer and that spiritual space isn't necessarily your jam. I believe that our guidance shows up in all kinds of ways. So just trust that. I also want to offer that people that are out in the world and you are in the physical spaces where other people are at the protests, cleaning up, all these things, it is so important that we also plug in with our phones and we are capturing truth, because it's so important. And I think that's what's really changing the game here is our phones. And it's allowing us to see things that we haven't seen before. Like, I'm seeing so many things I haven't seen before. So I want to thank anyone that's putting that content out there. And I literally do not even watch scary movies. I don't like it. I don't like things where people are getting beat. I don't. But I've literally watched every video, every single thing that is saying this is tough content. And I'm watching it from all kinds of perspectives and just knowing what's out there. That's important to me. That's one way that I also stay plugged in, because as much as I am a spiritual teacher and I love guiding on our highest truth and those higher vibrations, we still live in this world, and it's important to me to be aware of what is happening, because then I also have the knowledge and can understand, okay, what's missing here that would make a difference, and what's missing that can help us start to have a perspective shift. In A Course in Miracles, it says that a miracle is a shift in perspective. My perspective has been shifted. That is a miracle. And these are things that I also would love to encourage people to celebrate and really acknowledge in the world, because it is so key. And there's a lot of people that are having perspective changes. And when we start to view the world in a different way, everything changes. You can't unknow what now that you know. And there still is a lot of heart-wrenching things out there that we're seeing, and it's from all kinds of different people where we just think this is so unjust and this is not what this is about. But you guys, not everyone is going to be on the same page, and that's why just people who can uh, really just level up, lead, hold a space energetically. Let's keep going, okay? Because we, as a whole, in time, will be able to lift that collective. And we just have to also honor that a lot of the reasons people are not on that love space and not being able to come from a place of like function, like they're being dysfunctional right now by looting and breaking down buildings and beating people that are just trying to protect their property and all these things. There's also a reason why those people are not at that consciousness yet. And that's also a part of our responsibility. And it's really easy to point fingers, but when you point your finger out at someone, you have three pointing right back at you. And that's where it's a constant practice, even for myself. Where am I responsible? Where can I step up in my responsibility? So I just offer that to you guys. I appreciate what every single human is doing. I lean into the trust that every person is making the best decisions that they can at any given time with the information they have. They're just doing the best of what their perspective from their life that they've lived and their experiences, that's the best decision for them in that moment. And when I can look at life that way, I can have more compassion for people, but I also will be a stand for what I know is possible in the world and what I'm committed to, which is a whole new level of being and thinking. And you guys, a breakdown is for a breakthrough. But that only happens when you show up. So again, plug in, because if you back off, the things that you're scared of, you are actually going to bring forth into your world. But when we step into our power, we not only level up ourselves, but we literally start to level up everything around us. Pray, dig in, get into you, hold a space for people, follow your heart, follow what feels good, ask for guidance from people that you feel like are mentors to you, and just keep showing up, guys. I promise you we got this. I just feel it in my being. There are those moments where I even go, oh God, it's the end of the world. But no, it's not. If we've made it this far and all the other stuff that's gone through, that we've gone through as a humanity, we got this. Okay? Let's go.